welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Phi and Golf. Now, at this point, it's very interesting as well. I have a lot of interesting news this morning. We know that the police is trying their best to clean up, make sure that all the conditions and implementation as well as practices of the policemen in nationwide, all the police officials is according to all the policies that the Royal Police Thai office have, Royal Police. Now, of course, at this point, there has been another development of a harsh punishment. There has been a transfer of one of the police officials who's the chief of the police station in Chak Cheung Sao province. Now he is transferred due to the fact that his police station is very dirty and we've seen the picture. Even we don't get to smell whatever dirtiness it is, but it looks very filthy. As you can see
there. Literally dirty, right? Not that practices.
Excuse me. Now, of course.
Well, look at that. That's the condition of the prison cell.
Yeah.
That looks like public restroom to me.
Yes.
Seriously.
It's actually probably one of those bad public restroom, if you're going to call it a public restroom, because due to the fact that there's a lot of writings, there's a lot of doodling.
Writings on the wall.
Yep. Garbage strewing everywhere. Apparently, according to the news report, the toilet, the smell in the toilets was even worse.
Oh, wow.
So at this point, obviously, Police Colonel Sanan Bunpuen, who's the Deputy Police Chief of the Crime Suppression Bureau, went in. The Police General Ek Angsananon, who's the Deputy Police Chief of Crime Suppression Division, went in to take a look at this place. And finally, Police Colonel Sanan Bunpuen, who is the chief of this particular police station, is transferred because due to the fact that they say that Police General Adun Sang Singkao, the police chief, has always voiced his concern because he wants to make sure that the police will be able to serve the public to the fullest. And this is one of the things, because the public would have to go in, visit the police station, and they would not want to see such situation to happen. And they say that there's a lot of complaint from the public when they have to visit this particular police station in Chak Cheung Sao, saying that if they ever have to use the restroom, the smell was just unbearable. And of course, there's a lot of dirtiness. Now, just to his defense, Police Colonel Sanan said that, well, he's going to accept that. He said that he knew that it was dirty, but he said that he has already told his subordinate to take care of it. However, it's very unfortunate for him that Police General Anek went in before this happened. However, according to a lot of people in the areas, they said that this have been happening for a very long time. It's not just happened. So it showed that this is not one of those things that he take into account, and this is not one of the things that the police, Royal Thai Police, would take it lightly. So Police General Dun Sang Singkao already signed a paper transferring him to inactive position and have someone else taking charge of this place instead. But just to show you that this is one of the example case. So a lot of the police chief in every police station consider themselves warned that this might have happened to any one of you if you don't take care of the image of the police station itself.
Recently, it seems the police are now working hard because apart from that story, Kun Kamron Witu Prechang, the police lieutenant general, the Metropolitan Police Chief Kun Kamron Witu Prechang has also threatened to punish the superintendents and also deputies involving with the traffic facilitation, that he will punish them if they fail to solve the traffic congestion on the roads, especially in Bangkok.
It's going to be hard. I don't even know how they're going to find a solution for that.
And this week there was a press conference earlier at the Metropolitan Police Bureau about the 16 projects that police will be conducting in order to tackle the traffic problem in Bangkok.
Okay.
Among them are the plan that they will clear the road for the Royal Motorcade, the measure for the areas and the routes in flooded areas, which is probably we're going to see in the very near future.
Yeah,
But hopefully
it's
not.
coming.
And one of the most talked about projects among these 16 projects is the ban of the old cars that they said that owners of the vehicles that age more than 10 years or around 7 to 10 years, that earlier they said that they would be banned from the street.
Okay.
Now police said that the vehicles that are more than 10 years old, the owner will have to pay the increase in the registration fees under the proposal in order to relieve the traffic congestion, because under this proposal they said that the old cars are more likely that they will cause traffic problem because they will be
because they might
broken,
stall and stuff like that. Okay.
will be subject. And under this proposal, the Deputy City Police Chief Kun Adunarongsak said that older vehicles registered in Bangkok would be subject to the same fees as the new models, because currently the annual fees of the old vehicles will be lower than the new ones, right?
Oh, okay.
So after, he said that by next month, the owners of the old cars will have to face the same fines, the registration fees as the same one as the new vehicles.
One. Okay.
Yes.
So they're gonna have the same rate all across the board. Okay.
And about that problems about the old vehicles that obviously often break down on the roads due to their poor condition that cause the traffic congestion. So they said that the owners of the cars will have to check the condition of the cars annually, or else they have to buy new ones.
Oh, that's the solution. That's just not good. I don't know. I don't see. This is one of the things. I think that maybe it's time to improve like the transportation itself in terms of public transportation. We have been, saying that, and I'm pretty sure that the transport minister is trying his best to look into that. But in terms of traffic congestion and from the police side to clear this out, I think with this kind of economy that we're in right now, it might not be possible for a lot of people to actually buy a new car. Because obviously, it doesn't guarantee that all the old cars will actually stall the traffic and such. Some new cars that, bad drivers could do that the same.
Yeah, and there's also a plan about the cars that parked in the illegally parking spot, because they will got like parking ticket and also the wheel cleanse, and they have to go to the police station in order to pay the fines and ask the police to remove that wheel cleanse. They said that afterwards they plan to use the tow trucks instead. They're not going to lock your wheels anymore. They will just drag your vehicles away.
Oh, so you're gonna tow all these cars? You're gonna need a lot of tow trucks. Are you serious?
Yeah, and the fine will be higher, because normally they will pay around 500 to 700 if you parked in the illegally parking spot.
Right, non-parking zone.
But if they are going to use the tow trucks, they will be increasing to 1,200 baht.
Well, of course, because every time you call in the tow truck to actually do this, you have to pay a lot of money. But I don't think it's practical. Imagine this, Kun Phai.
Right.
You are trying to remove this car because it's, obviously obstructing the traffic, and you're using tow truck to come in and remove this car. Then you add 2 cars there, right, in the traffic itself. And if there are more than 1 car that parked there, you cannot tow 2 cars at a time. You gotta tow it one at a time. So meaning how many tow trucks you need to get in there, and I don't get it. Okay.
So get this, there are also more proposals including improving traffic control centers and staggering school and office hours, and also the implementation of traffic relief measures on 10 heavily congested roads in Bangkok. And these 10 roads include Lad Prao, Rama the 4th, Sukhumvit, Rachada Pisek, Ram Kamhang, Pahon Yotin, Sathorn Nea, ราชดำเนินกลาง เพชรบุรี and Vipawadi Rangsit, all very famous and popular roads.
Yeah, that's prone to traffic congestion, that's for sure. All right.
So probably earlier next month we'll see some more stricter measures, traffic measures in this particular 10 roads that I have just mentioned, and anyone have to pass by, you have to learn with the safety measures very carefully.
Most definitely. Now, of course, moving on to another interesting news to update is the flood situation. At this point, there has been a talk of Kun Prapasop Surasawadi came out and just give us a little bit of a summary of the situation that's happened at this point. He said that for Prachin Buri and Sakao provinces, that seems to be in quite a lot of flooding situation in Kabin Buri, Sri Mahaphod, as well as the Aranya Pratet of Sakao province is actually have seen quite a bit of the water that gushing, a flash flood gushing in from the Phnom Dong Rak and Khao Yai mountain range. So they have to brace for that. However, if there's not going to be any rain during the next 3 to 4 days, then it should be back to normal within 10 days. That if there's no more rainfall. However, in the central part of Thailand, in Pranakon Sri Ayutthaya, Chainat, Ang Thong, as well as Singburi, there has seen a bit of receding water already. Of course, the Pasak Cholasit Dam releasing a little less water, but still, there needs to be some water released due to the fact that at this point, Pasak Cholasit Dam is way over 100% of its capacity. In Pathum Thani, they say that 2 days from now, the water in Rangsit Prayun Sak canal would actually increase due to the high tide of water from the ocean. However, it should be okay within 2 weeks. And they say that to brace for high tide as well in terms of a little bit more flood, but it's not going to be as bad. Now, Kun Sontaya Kun Plum of the Culture Minister also expressed his concerns and summarized the fact that the artifacts, the old infrastructures, as well as the World Heritage Sites in various provinces, especially in the 5 provinces of Prachin Buri, Nonthaburi, Suphanburi, Pathum Thani, and Pranakon Sri Ayutthaya is still under control. So at this point, they are working very hard with the Fine Arts Department as well, make sure that all those infrastructures would not be destroyed. In terms of the Education Minister, Kun Jataron Chai Sang has talked about 517 schools in 16 provinces that has been bracing for this flood already, that see some damages. Now they say that in Sakao province on the 8th, at this point, they say that 1,200 households has already been affected by this, and plus due to the fact that it's really close to the border with the Cambodia, the rescue teams are helping both the Thai residents as well as Cambodian residents going back and forth and such, and the bridge from the Klong Prom Hod canal, the bridge is actually collapsed already due to flash flood. So at this point, a lot of rescue team has to go in and help them transferring and commuting at this point. Now they say that in Nakhon Ratchasima there also a bit of flood water as well as in Rayong, Chonburi. So if you're in those areas, I think you probably have seen quite a bit of evidence by now. As for Pathum Thani province, Kun Banhan Silapa Acha also talked a little bit about the situation, saying that there might be more tropical storm coming in on the 13th. So we have to brace for that. However, the water level would have to be released from Pasak Cholasit Dam, unfortunately. So Pranakon Sri Ayutthaya will have to brace for more flood water still, while the meteorological department said that on the 7th all the way to the 10th, there might be a little bit of a high tide. So Chao Phraya River, those people that are situated around there gonna have to brace for that as well. Now, just to finish up this particular report, they say that at this point, 7 of the dams actually show over 100 capacity already. So the water level is way over what it could do. So the irrigation department said that there are 2 ways of trying to ease this particular problem. Is that the first one, they will let the water just kind of release through the spillway, just naturally, and this will be at the Lam Sat Dam, Lam Nang Rong Dam, Nong Palai Dam, as well as Prasa Dam. Now, for other dam that they have to open up the water to the water sluice gates to release a little bit of water out is Pa Sak Chulasit Dam, Lam Prapeung Dam, and Si Yat Dam. So if you're in those areas, if you have heard of these names before, brace yourself for that. And as for the eastern part of Bangkok, there seems to be quite a bit of a conflicting. Kun Banhan think that there might actually be some flood water coming in on the eastern part of Bangkok, but Kun Pop Prasop seems to think that there might not be. So I'm not sure, because that does not give me anything to work with at all.
I'm starting to get scared because I live outside of Bangkok and
But
it was heavily flooded 2 years ago.
Exactly. But this is the thing. They say that they are watching over it very closely. So hopefully...
They said so 2 years ago.
Hey, give them a chance. At this point, like, I want to hope for a dry land as well. But at this point, I know that for sure, 4 districts, Nong Jok, Lat Krabang, what else? Klong Samwa.
Yes.
And another district, I could not remember the name. However, we reported about it yesterday, and they say that you're going to have to brace for that. So if you're in those areas and you know that might be your area, brace yourself for that.
Also, the communities living along the river bank as well, especially the Chao Phraya river bank, because now the express boat operator said that they would have to probably suspend the services during the next month if the river level increase.
Yeah,
because nowadays it was at 1.8 above the sea level, and the authorities said that expected that it will go up to 2 meters high above the sea level, probably next week.
Okay. Well, plus if you're gonna have the speedboat transportation and such, that means that the waves gonna hit all the houses around the area anyway. Okay.
Just to give you a wrap up of this section, there was a development of a situation involving the employees and staff under the contract with the OBEC, the Office of Basic Education Commission, because a few months ago there was a protest of around 800 employees asking the government to adjust the starting salaries of those holding the bachelor's degree to 15,000 baht and those with lower education level to 9,000 baht, because as the government has promised this starting salary for the civil servants, however, these people, around 65,000 school administrative staff and workers, including janitors and workers in the school particularly, they are not covered under this particular policy of the government. So there was a demonstration. So yesterday the cabinet has already approved the increase of the salary of the employees under the contract with the OBEC to 15,000 baht a month, with the retroactive effects from the 1st of October of last year. Oh, well, that was good. And the OBEC employees, that includes janitor and other personnel whose payments are daily or monthly based. The employees who hold at least a bachelor's degree will receive a salary increase to at least 15,000 baht, as I said, from 9,114 baht. And those with a lower education level will be paid at least 9,000 baht a month, almost 3,000 higher than their former salary. So that means earlier, before the adjustment, they receive at least 6,000 baht a month. The budget of around 3.3 billion baht has been set aside for the pay rise to 65,172 OBEC employees registered under the program. So that the solutions the government are taking very deliberately.
Yeah. So this is one of the things that, I think would help the situation for a lot of people a bit, because the cost of living seems to be increased
Yes,
quite
of
a bit.
course.
So this is going to help. Now, just before we go to a short break, 4 district, Minburi, Nong Jok, Lad Krabang, and Klong Samwa. So if you're in those areas, watch out for flood in your areas, obviously. Now, let's take a short break. We're going to have a little bit more of the political updates for you, so please stay tuned.